What's going on, guys? Colin here with Red Beans and Dice, and today I'm going to be showing you my level 9 Cragheart. Guess what his name is? You'll never guess it. Dwayne Johnson. That's right. That is the Rock, which I thought was an appropriate name for the Cragheart. So, you got to give him an interesting name. Something funny is always the best. So today I'm going to be showing you some of the items that I have for my level 9 Cragheart and some of the cards that I have picked out to use for him. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I actually want to hear from you guys. Have you guys been playing with the Cragheart? What level are you? Were there some cards that I left out of this deck? Did I make the wrong decisions, I'd love to hear from you guys and what your opinions are on the cards I picked out and then some of the cards that you've incorporated in your own Cragheart. So, love to hear from you guys. Reach out to me in the comments if you want. But first off, let's start with a couple of the cards. So this is one of the X cards right here that I kept. I haven't upgraded or anything, but usually you can get next to an obstacle, and knocking that obstacle out of the way can sometimes clear a path for more mercenaries to move through, especially if you're playing with 4. That can be nice, and the experience is a nice little touch. The +1 to your range attacks, I don't really use that too much. I do have a really heavy level 9 card in the back here that I'll get to that is ranged and does a lot of damage, especially if they're grouped together. But for the most part, it's a nice little card, and I can also use it to push somebody over a trap. So there is that. So I'll put that over there. This card is, the initiative is a little tricky. You got to go something a little earlier if you want to get an attack off before you get stunned, poisoned, pushed back, whatever. But the +2 to all your melee attacks is absolutely amazing. I actually have, I can't remember, yeah, I got a move 1, attack 4, and then in the back here I have a move 2, attack 5. So even if they're just a couple spaces away, I can throw that on there, bump that up to 7, or I can bump that bad boy up to 6, which is not bad. Still a very good attack, and yeah, and then also this, if you're ever in a pinch, if some of your friends are about to die or something's going on, you do have to burn it. I don't like keeping too many burn cards in really anybody's deck, but at the same time, it does 3 damage onto everybody, disarms them, gives them energy. I have not done a win build with my Cragheart, so I don't really need that, but there is that. Still a pretty good card. If I had to change something out and pick another one, I would probably get rid of that one, but it has saved my bacon a couple of times, so booyah. Rumbling Advance, it's a really good heal card. Range 2, creates the Leaf, which I have a couple cards in here that can really do some damage if Leaf is out there. All adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. That can get me into trouble sometimes if you're trying to move up next to your friends. You're like, how do you feel about a couple points of damage, how's your day going? It's going to get worse. So I really like the initiative on that. He's kind of a slower guy, but I do have a couple of decent initiative cards there. Over here we have Massive Boulder. I mainly use this for the move 4. I have a level 9 card back here. I'll just show it to you and cheat a little bit. That's I feel like it's the same thing, just does more damage, and then the damage actually radiates onto people that are adjacent to the target that I'm hitting. So I'll go over that card a little more in detail, but the move 4 is great, is absolutely wonderful. I do like that. He doesn't have too many move cards, so that's why I picked that out. Okay, and then Blunt Force this has been a very good card. And then this down here is just awesome. I do have a couple of Retaliate cards in here that I kept. Right here is another one of them. The Retaliate 3, range 3 is absolutely amazing. I mean, you have to burn this, so it sucks. But I have a couple of cards that actually really help me out. When I was actually playing with the Soothsinger, which is a card that plays, or a mercenary that plays a bunch of different songs that are active abilities that are put out. He actually has one that is Retaliate 2, range 2. So I would play this card, and that would make it Retaliate 5, range 5. And then I also have another Retaliate here from my Sword Edge armor. And then I actually took this card out. But man, if you're playing with this and you can throw that on there for a Retaliate 2, and get this card out here with the bottom, you know, if everybody's attacking you, and even if they have a ranged attack, that's going to be range 5. Not many things attack with a higher range. You can really just retaliate the heck out of them. You know what? It was, I don't think I ever pulled that off 100% and got all the retaliates on there, but if you can play this with a couple other cards, you can really do some just straight up damage right onto those monsters. So that's really good. Low initiative, move 1, attack 4, not bad. I think that's his lowest initiative card that I have in there. So go ahead and put that there to the side. This card has become less and less useful as I've gone on. More and more of the time I am trying to just do large amounts of damage. So, you know, if I can line up 2 to 3 to 4 characters in this little area right here, that's great, but the attack 3 as you get higher in the levels just isn't that good. Muddling them is nice. This is good, but you have to lose the cards, so there is that. But if you're playing with a bunch of boulders, you know, you're around them, or obstacles, you can smash them up, do a lot of damage, gain some experience, so there is that. Over here, this card has been absolutely wonderful. You can throw the leaf on there, get up to 8. I go ahead and use my eagle-eyed goggles on that just so I can smash a bunch of enemies, and then they're all immobilized, so really good card, and then you get 2 experience for it, not bad. And then this bottom part has actually been really nice. I have a couple of perks that I picked out to help me create leaf, and then I have a couple cards in there that I kept to help me create the leaf. And moving 6 is not bad. He doesn't have too many big movement actions there, so boom. And then this one, you know, this is I want to like this card more, but it is really tricky. The way that I look at it, you know, normally you can push your enemies in any direction, but I think if they have anywhere that they can go, you really got to corner them with this. And then the attack 3 is good, but it could be better. It's a level 7 card, so it's a little difficult to upgrade, but if you can basically get them in a corner to whereas you cannot push them to anywhere else, like there's not an open space that would move them up to 1 space or hex away, then you can actually do just 4 damage onto them plus this, which, you know, you get a +1, that's 8 damage right there, boom, and you don't have to burn it. So that's, you know, it's hard to get in a corner where you have a monster that cannot be moved, but when it happens, it is sweet, you know, it just, everything aligns, everything becomes perfect. So there is that card. This bottom part is, once again, +1 to all your ranged attacks. That's pretty good. The reason why I really picked that out, that card out, is for the blind destruction over here. So if I can add +2 onto that, and then I think I have a, oh god, yeah, I got a power potion right down here. So I can throw that on there. I can use the goggles if they're available. Really good attack that can radiate onto multiple monsters if they're close. That's kind of my thinking there. And I'll put that right over there. This Lumbering Bash is my absolute favorite card. You know, you go for a short rest, you pull that out 90% of the time because the Gloomhaven gods hate you, and you have to take a damage and grab another card because this is just great. If you look over here, I have the Comfortable Shoes, which let me just use a move 3 for the bottom action instead of the move 2. So no matter what, I can essentially move 5 with this and attack 5. Great leaf for future endeavors on killing enemies. Gaining experience, not too shabby. And then I've used this once or twice, but for the most part, like I said, I don't like burning cards. And if it comes down to crunch time and everyone's dying, yeah, I'll throw it out there. No worries, I'm a team player. So there's that. Horrible initiative, though. Horrible initiative. You really gotta, I don't know, just pray for the best with that one. So, and then, oh, looks like I got a level 3 card back here. I tried to do them in order, 1 through 9, but you know, doesn't always work out. This is good, but you got to watch out not to hurt your enemies. And I actually used this last scenario and did some pretty good damage just directly onto a couple people that had retaliate, so I didn't have to take damage onto myself. And then I love this card. It's great. And a couple scenarios, I drew null twice on this, and I just cried because if I would have hit like 4 other monsters that were next to it. And you just draw for 1, I believe, and they just suffer the same amount of damage. So, oh my gosh, I was so pissed, but I got over it. Still a fun game. You take the good with the bad. But like I said, I tried to throw some eagle-eyed goggles on there. I showed you some cards that can buff up my ranged attack, throw an extra damage onto there, and you know, see what happens. Hope for the best. And then the move 4 is nice, but yeah, like I said, you gotta watch out. You might hurt your friends. And then over here, the level 3 card, I should have had this a while ago. I think I mixed him around a bit, but I really like this card because of the intense attack ability. It gives you 3 experience and low initiative, move to retaliate 1. So you're just adding on to the retaliate that you have with this, or if somebody gives you a buff for retaliate, or the card that I have in there with a range 3, retaliate 3, or if you really want to get crazy and throw that out there, you can just do immense amounts of retaliate onto enemies, which at the lower levels is going to be really good when they have less health. If you hit them something with a big old shield that has like shield 3, health 3, you can just knock them out of there, and instead of having to get those pierce attacks out or just do something with high damage, you can just retaliate the hell out of them. So there is that. And then I like to throw Leaf on here, use my goggles if I can. Obviously, I like to use my goggles whenever, as everybody does and should. And add +4 to the attack, so that's 8. You get 3 experience. You do got to burn it, but I do like to throw the battle axe onto this. That is kind of, if I can plan that out and get 2 people next to each other, 2 monsters, that is the way I like to go. And then also you have, if I could use that and throw the battle axe onto that, that is not a bad option either. So there are the cards that I have for my Cragheart, with the honorable mention for the nasty retaliate, which I took this out. So I kind of, my roommate was playing with the Soothsayer. He retired that guy a little while ago, and with that went the range 2 retaliate song that would be out and present for all of his allies, so I got rid of that card. And then just some basic stuff here. I like the shield 1, retaliate 1. Obviously I've been preaching that for a little bit. And then the tower shield, turn it sideways for 2 shield on the attack. Not a bad option. A crap ton of potions down here. He's level 9, so he gets 5. He's kind of the tank, so you want him out there soaking up damage, some heals, stamina potions to cheese it up, and then I might be able to upgrade that to a better power potion here soon, one of the major ones, and just add more damage onto any of my attacks. So that's it. That's it for The Rock, Dwayne Johnson over here. He appreciates that you guys showed up and checked out his video. So do I. So, yep, that's it for my level 9 Cragheart. If you guys have some builds that you have made yourself that you'd like to share with me, some cool combos or anything that you think I could have done better to enhance that deck, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Calling with Red Beans and Dice. All right, see you later. Bye, guys.